As of the previous episode, we began building over 3,000 blocks away from our home. So what that means for us today is that we have to build something that can get us back and forth really fast. I think I got something in mind. Right now I've got a lot of the materials already gathered up. There's just a couple things I need, and it's the copper, and I need some deep slate. I'm going to go collect that first. So I've got a pole set up just over here somewhere in the fog. I can see it. And we got the materials ready to go. And this takes us to the other side now, where we've got our Cyberpunk little city. And as you can see, oop, it just falls straight out and very float at the moment. And you can see our little starter home all the way up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect this to a train. And then we're going to build a whole subway station under and sort of around it. And we'll have a city on top then. So first things first, we're going to build the train, and then we'll come back and we'll do the rest of the... So the first part is complete, so let's fly down here and see what we've got done. We got this nice little platform here. You come in, the signs, I'm going to chuck some dye on these and some glow ink sacks. And also I gotta put some more decoration. And you could come through, you know, we've got a couple seats, a couple of carriages, and through here obviously we've got a pole that'll take you into the nether roof. And then might decorate the nether roof portals at some point, but for now there's an easy system. So I guess it's back and forth. We will come through here, up the steps, and then out into our city. So I'm gonna get back on now with building the rest of our subway, and I'll show you the rest. Oh, with the build complete, let's head through the hall and see the official finished product. So we come on through and we're onto the train already, and this is super cool. We got a bunch of like adverts and we got a clock, and it's the same on this side as well. I think it looks super cool. We step off onto the platform, and as you can see, we'll have different train times going to different stations. If you've got any ideas of names for stations we can do to travel across, that'd be pretty cool. We got a nice vending machine over here for snacks and drinks, you know, it'd pop out at the bottom. We got a cool vendor stall over here, you know, come get some food or some drinks or something while you're waiting for your train, and you can sit down and wait here for your train to show up. Then heading up out of the station, we got, obviously, this is the exit gate, so you go through here. And then same as you can enter through this side, and sort of the red is like a no entry kind of way. We got another little like shop stall over here, bunch of random stuff for sale. And on the opposite side, we got our ticket stall. We got a nice villager in here, sells us tickets. Then we got these two vending machines that I'll link them in the description down below. They are super cool. So this one, for example, maybe I'm running low on cooked pork chops. Press this button. And, oh, that wasn't supposed to happen, but I close that. And I've got pork chops. I got a full inventory. Well, not full inventory, but, you know, I got enough. And then with this one, Vencorp rockets. I can press this. Look at that. My rockets are filling up from under the ground. And that will, literally, I've filled it up. So the tons of them are in there. We pretty much, whenever we're coming by and we're running back and forth from the city, you know, we can just refill our rockets and our pork chops. Then the way to exit the subway, you know, we come up out of here and we'll have this cool entrance, and I'm probably just going to name it station. I don't have any fancy name ideas for it. And then obviously we're onto the street then, and all this is going to get covered up. We're going to have big buildings and everything, and eventually they'll all be connected and sort of lead up towards our house. So I've decided that this subway station isn't enough for our Cyberpunk city today, and that I want to add something else. And so what I've set out to do is I've already built a little bit of a road. This is sort of what our road is going to look like going around the city. And, you know, we got lights, street lights and all that kind of stuff. We got smoke coming up through vents. And then we also got some of these going on down here. You can see into the sewers. I'm probably going to clean it up later on so you can't actually see the subway station. We'll have a proper sewer system maybe. Might be a good idea. But what I want to do right now is I'm going to actually build our first sort of like apartments. And it's only going to be a one-room apartment. It's quite a small apartment. but it's gonna look really cool. I've got all the blocks just ready over here. It's gonna be sort of like a purple sort of vibe, bit of warped, bit of magenta, bit of wool we got going on. And then also we're gonna mix a sandstone with like the entrance way and a bit of brick on this entrance. This sort of entrance is gonna be more of a facade side. Then this is gonna be the actual main entrance as we go through. Obviously I want to put a bit of foliage around the building. There's still sort of dystopian city vibes. We want some overgrowth, a bit of aging going on as well. We might as well get to the build itself. So the build is complete and I've toggled my shaders to be on. So let me show you everything that we've built today. Boom! Look at this. This looks so cool. This is going to look amazing when we got a bunch of skyscrapers and a bunch of other big builds around as well. Can't wait to see how this all turns out. But let me give you a quick tour from the outside. You know, we got a little like fire escape sort of ladder thing. It gives you access to like the roof a little bit. But we could get down from there anyways. And we'll have a look around. Like I said earlier, we got some sort of fake entrance into the building. Looks like you can enter different ways. Bit of overgrowth as well. I will try and keep this maintained. I might have to put a bit of string around just to keep it a bit tidier. This is supposed to be like a fake ladder, like a fire escape. Like I said, we got like balconies and stuff. These cool windows. Got another one with balconies and stuff. Oh, I fell off then. Got more of these window designs. More of this like another. Sort of this is supposed to be like a garage to the apartments. And let's go into the actual apartments itself. I don't know if I'm going to put any big words on you or anything. I'm not sure yet. If you want to name the building, feel free to do it in the comment section down below. But let's go in and officially see the interior. Like I said, it is just one apartment because it's a very tight space. We've got a bed, some posters, some shelves with some bits and bobs on, some cool futuristic techie light shade thing, plant. Supposed to be like a fancy TV I got going on here. Some wardrobe type of cabinet shelving thing. There's a little bit of carpet underneath us. And that's pretty much it in here because it's a small space and I'm really bad at interiors. So if you could help me out with some interiors, please let me know. Join the Discord server. Give me some suggestions, please. But that's it for the apartments. And I think that looks really cool. And I'm actually going to give you a tour of the subway station in shaders because I completely forgot to do that. And I think that's going to look sick. And definitely going to be probably the thumbnail as well. So let's head down. You know, we got our ticket dude. I don't know your name. Give the ticket dude a name. Just the way the frog lights look, the way the end rods look. Everything looks so cool. I love lighting with shaders. And the way everything reflects off of each other as well. It's just so cool. I absolutely love this game. Let's go further down into the station as well. We can see, look at this. Look at the way the warped wood looks. That's amazing. We head down. That is cool. That is very cool. We look at all this. You know, we got the sea lanterns going on. And obviously we got a dude over here. There's food and stuff. Let's head on to the actual train. Oh, that is awesome. I love how all this looks. This has come together so well. Probably one of my favorite projects I've ever built on this world, actually. And we're on day 1344 now. That's insane. How many days we've surpassed working on these videos. So yeah, that's it for the Cyberpunk city today. So now I gotta go do something back over at our sort of medievalish town. Now, I want to get to building some fields today. And I want to do a potato field and I want to do a wheat field. And mind the mess of copper stuff and bamboo everywhere. This is all the stuff I needed to build back in the city just now. So the two fields that we're going to be doing today is this one and the neighboring one just over here. So this one's going to be wheat and this one's going to be potatoes. I've left them empty for a while just because I couldn't be bothered to fill them in with actual crops, but I think now we finally fill them in. I'm also hoping really soon that I can start doing live streams again because I'd love to add a bunch of trees going through here and redo all the foliage, you know, the grass, the flowers, all the bits and bobs. And also I've got an entire pine forest planned to go all the way from here, all the way over to the little copper golem village over there. I'm thinking as well from now on that the builds that we do aren't sort of going to be in any kind of order, any specific order to do with themes. It's sort of, we're just going to build wherever we want, whenever we want, and we can change the theme of the build literally every episode. So one episode we could be building over in the Cyberpunk city, the next we could be back over here building some old town medieval type of build, or we could go for something more Victorian. You never know. We're gonna be all over the place doing fun stuff. We might even be in the nether doing something crazy. You never know. We're just gonna be having fun on this world, because that's what the whole forever world is. We're not gonna, you know, seclude ourselves to one place till it's complete, because the world is never complete. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get this field done, and I'll come back. And then we get the next field done. Right, we got our one field already. Our wheat field is planted. It's all set up. It's beautifully growing now. And then I've also prepped over here the next field. And all I gotta do now is collect some potatoes. Now the fields are complete and they're looking super cool, and I can't wait for them to finish growing. Then they're gonna look awesome afterwards. I still don't know if I prefer a full field or if I prefer more of a diagonal sort of design. Just coming over to the potato field over here, I kind of like how we do this diagonal thing with the gaps. And I think that looks just as good, maybe even better. Like, let's fly up here for example, and you can see that we got one carrot field and another one. This one's all diagonals. This one's just a big patch of carrots. I'm really not sure. Maybe when we gather all the crops from here, maybe next time we'll replant this diagonal. But that's going to be it from me today, guys. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the Discord server, link in the description down below. Follow me over on Twitch as well. Catch some streams on this world very soon. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye now.